Welcome to, I know, right in the ear.
Wow.
I know. Me or that? Both.
Not even a question.
That's fair. Well, welcome to the F Movie Popcast.
Podcast.
Gotta do it all again.
We're
Give me
reviewing
that.
pop
Give me that.
music now.
Yeah, we're reviewing pop music,
Better than Funko.
popcorn, and
Making it a 0 to every Funko Pop.
and certain
Pretty
soda
much.
brands in the north. So, so you get it?
Yeah, pop.
Ah!
I was trying to look for Funko Pops. I figured one of those. Was
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's one.
Yeah, the
Groot's
Groot.
up
The
there.
Groot's up there.
Oh, Groot is one.
Anyway, we're your hosts, Annabeth, Jill, Nathan, Dylan, and Mason in the reverse order. Kind of like a capital J, you know, top there and curve out right here. Yeah.
They see us as two-dimensional.
They do. We'll get the VR videos out eventually
Oh
where
my
they
God.
can be apart. And that's the next level. All right, more of that for later.
They
Buy
zoom
more
in on
stuff.
the feed.
Yeah. We need a mixer and a VR 3D cam that puts perspective. Anyway.
No, we need to have the ASMR, like the
Ugh.
2 ears that you can
Oh,
talk
I
into.
would
What
have
was
too
it?
much fun with that.
2 ears deep.
6 years
Four
deep.
years
It was
Something like
8
that.
years deep.
8
No,
years.
that's
It was
way
a lot
too
of
many
ears
years.
deep. I
You
can't
need a lot
remember
of
how many
years.
years
I
deep.
know. We've got 10 years
It
here.
was 2 people, so it was.
I think it's
It
Two
was
people
4
do not have 8 years.
By my calculations, this many years.
Speaking of ears, speaking of eyes,
Speaking of bad ears.
yeah, what are we talking about today? We're talking about Batman, The Dark Knight. That one movie with the dead actor.
The one that you got bullied into
The one
picking.
with the
Yeah, the one I got bullied into
Well,
picking.
no, the one that you for some
You-
reason needed like some serious advice to pick.
Because I'm a firm believer. Listen, I'll get all into it here in the
Get all
discussion.
into
So,
it.
but let's do it. First of all, is it real necessary to kind of? This is the second movie in Batman in the Christopher Nolan Batman universe one. It's the Joker movie.
It's
do
the
any,
Heath
do
Ledger
any
Joker
Batman
movie.
movies really need to be done in order?
Yeah, absolutely does. Especially this one in particular because I'm not gonna. That's all the plot. Listen, that's all you need to know. There's Two-Face in there too, which that makes it one of 2 movies where Two-Face is in it, and this is the good one.
What? You,
Tommy Lee Jones is in the good
you don't,
Two-Face.
yeah, you don't think
I'm
he
saying
was,
Two-Face, not the movie.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
feel like he was pretty funny.
I
I thought it was a great outfit.
it's a good outfit.
I have other questions
amazing
about some
outfit.
cameos
One of
in
the
this
best looking
movie.
Two-Face on a theater.
Well, we're talking about the Dark Knight.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's been
It's
said.
the Dark
it's
Knight.
been we established. I said
Did we?
it. Yeah, I said it.
Because all we keep saying is it's that one Batman movie.
So-
it's that one Joker movie. It's not that movie. It's the sixth
The
one.
Batman
It's-
You know
Heath
what?
Ledger.
That ties in really well to what I have to say about it.
Go
But go
for
ahead and all right, I'll hop in. This is. I don't think it's a hot take to say this is a great movie, and that the performance in it, specifically with Heath Ledger in it, is like ridiculously good and worthy of all the nomination and praise that it got. I'm starting with a grievance of all things on this movie.
Oh.
This is not a particularly great Batman movie, and not in title and genre, but as character driven, right? Batman is. Here's my biggest gripes in Batman stories is when he's painted as the most boring character in an otherwise really interesting world, or interesting situation. It's him against somebody really interesting, and he comes off as kind of how we perceive Keanu Reeves as this cardboard character, right? And I'm like, no, Batman's really fucking interesting when given the right material and times to riff with. And my biggest grievance in this film is that, and typically in sequels with Batman, is that they don't balance the spotlights perfectly well. In fact, the spotlight's totally on Heath Ledger on this. As it kind of fairly should be, because he's killing it.
It should be. The thing I would wonder is, like, if he didn't have such a amazing performance, like...
Yeah, how does this get edited?
Like, well, yeah, and, like, this I don't think would have been a very good
No,
movie
it would have been.
at that point.
If
Because
this was
like,
the-
you got the performance you got out of Batman.
Yes.
Right? So,
Or if he was like as disturbing and gross and disgusting as Jared Leto's
Right.
Joker, or if he was, some of these other characters in Marvel or DC. To Dylan's, I agree, but also disagree because to me, Annabeth was a good example.
She's our blind audience.
You
here.
don't really know.
Blonde audience.
You probably don't
Only
care
on the
much
inside.
for
Yeah.
DC movies or stuff like that,
Right.
correct? Like for not having seen very many or if any Batman movies.
Yeah.
This
I
kind of a
agree.
movie, not being so much about Batman,
Mhm.
does this.
Does that make it more appealing?
Is
to
that
you?
better?
Like,
I thought it was a really good movie, just in general. I feel like Batman was not that memorable as a character in this movie. Obviously the Joker was stood out more. Harvey Dent stood out more.
Yeah.
Even the girlfriend
Morgan
stood
Freeman.
out more. Morgan
Rachel,
Freeman.
yeah.
Literally every
what's
other
his name?
character.
Alfred.
Yeah,
Alfred
Alfred.
stood out more. Yeah, and Maggie
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal, all that
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
like
yeah.
every other character was more compelling than Batman.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like in this film, our main character. I mean, and this can be used well, but I think in this one instance, especially with my personal favorite fictional character, is by all stretches of the mean very much like the fifth or sixth most interesting character on the screen.
Yeah.
Even Gordon gets more spotlight and like interesting scenes than like Batman.
He
in this.
was also more interesting than
He
Batman.
is. He takes a bullet.
He
He
did a
does
bad
the
job
skiing.
acting in it. I think his character wasn't written to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
it was the acting.
Yeah, this is zero much an acting problem. This is absolutely this is what we're giving you, and for the most part, it's chasing the damsel that is Rachel and playing their angle. And if you watch the first one, you kind of see where we get to that point, either here nor there. But the fact that they continue that as his main through line for the movie and the Batmaning stuff is how do I catch that Joker? And my other biggest grievance on is when they create a bunch of other characters that are supposed to stand in for like what Batman does individually, right? In comics, for instance, now to an annoying degree, he's like the best karate guy, he's the best detective guy, he's the best this and this, and sure that can be a little too much.
Money solves all problems.
Yes, but here's what
All you need to know.
here's what they do.
About Batman.
They make Lucius Fox the tech guy and the knowledgeable guy, and also a little bit the detective guy. Same thing with Alfred. Alfred's almost more detective like driven than Bruce Wayne is, and it's just like, okay, we're taking away all the aspects of Batman and giving them to side characters to make them more interesting, but we leave nothing for our hero in the first part of it. And at least with Batman Begins, and why I wanted to kind of fight to put this movie in there, is because Batman Begins is a good Batman movie, and it demonstrates him being interesting and good and hitting these roles and not just giving all the unique aspects to side characters. Which is why I kind of wanted to kind of get the flavor of here's Batman and here's why you care, because when you have a character that's the fifth or sixth most interesting character in his own universe and named a movie, I think that takes away in a lot of big ways. Because alright, this villain is fantastic, but I like a villain that stands up to an equally fantastic like hero. You got to care about this guy for this guy that super matter, in my opinion. Now, that being said,
I think this movie might disprove that a little bit.
sure, I'll go out of my way to say that Joker is so
I would
interesting.
say this take on Joker showed how much that character stands on its own.
Yes.
And is probably, a pretty big reason why there were later Joker standalone films
Yes.
made.
Whether it be the Jared Leto or even the Joaquin Phoenix. You're
Right.
exactly
I
right.
mean, that's the one I'm
That was
thinking
the
of.
gateway,
well,
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and it opens the door for them to explore this character a little bit more thoroughly, and I don't hate that.
I think if you can get past that, I think it's a tremendous thing for a DC or Marvel thing to sit there and, in my opinion, bringing people on board that maybe aren't so familiar with that franchise.
Out of the pop culture bubble to sit there and
Yeah,
say,
because,
wow,
like,
that's interesting enough.
It would be like taking someone who doesn't care anything about musicals and saying, hey, go see this one that's dabbled 4 songs throughout it. You know what?
Right,
I am
right.
a fan of musicals. Yeah, they sang a little bit, but I'm into it.
Yeah.
Like it's a way to bring in that.
Just a little bit. We don't want
Yeah.
much.
It's coming later in the season.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
from what I've heard about Les Mis, there's obviously
Yeah.
way more than there's some that are. Anyway,
Yeah,
what
right.
I'm getting at though is like you say it's not enough about Batman. I think this movie is perfect throughout because it is not. I'm Batman, and like him
Sure.
flying through the air and him like detonating bombs with a remote and like driving around in Batmobile. It's a
would
little
say-
bit of that.
I
I'd say a
did like
lot.
the Batmobile a
Neat.
lot.
Yeah.
And
Batmobile's
his
always so
motorcycle
sick in
was
this.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I would say also, Batman is everything around him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It's the
yeah,
gadgets.
that might be the main character, but like Batman is like a whole world of villains
Gotham.
and Gotham itself,
Yes.
and just like everything around it is all like to me one package.
And to me, this made Gotham cool. I also think that they have gone overboard with so much crap. You have Harley Quinn now, you have that Joker, you have the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, you have so much stuff. You've got the guy that played in
Yeah, you've got a
the
lot of...
OC, played Ryan in the OC.
We've got the
that is
Batverse now
Gotham, the
spaghettied
show.
on the wall, right?
It's
yeah.
too much stuff.
I
And,
don't disagree. Yeah.
and it happens a lot with a lot of different franchises. But
It made money, put all of it out. Yeah.
in
Mhm.
Marvel, it had the Marvel effect.
It did.
Oh gosh,
Marvel-
yeah. Marvel's
They
just
wanted it to.
oversaturated.
I
Yeah.
don't know if
so
it really
much.
did, but they wanted it. to.
Yeah. I guess like my closing thought on just that whole thing, which again, this is me waxing poetic on Batman thinking too deeply about it. is that to a degree, what I kind of like and kind of don't dislike, to wrap up on the thought with the Joker, it doesn't feel like he's the antithesis to Batman, although all of the like dialogue would say that.
Yeah.
But in execution, he's the antithesis to the people. He's continually, even all the way through the very final act of the film, when it's him against the people in the boat, it's not him against Batman. Batman feels like an after effect on this thing, and he's just like...
It does really feel like the whole, like, Batman doesn't kill anything was really just shoved in there,
Yeah.
dialogue-wise, and not shown
Like,
in
why-
any other capacity.
Joker kind of doesn't care. He wants to reveal everybody's as deranged as he is, and I think Batman's good line nails that part, but to the bigger picture, like, he's like, okay, and you're kind of symbolic of hope in the same way that Harvey is symbolic of hope, and I want to break you using the people, and that part, I'm like, okay, that narratively tracks. But dialogue-wise, it feels like he's just like, and now I'm just suddenly fascinated with you because you're in front of me. And I'm like, you
That's
know.
how a crazy person would be, though.
Yeah.
I think they would switch on a dime. I mean, this guy obviously had some serious issues to where you, at the end of the day, there's no real putting a finger on exactly what his motives are, and I don't
It
think.
is fun in the movies where there is a very specific Joker-Batman dynamic, like the Lego movie.
Yeah, I mean, Lego Batman, listen, I continually come back to saying, and it may end up in my score, it is no, actually, it just is. It's the best, parentheses, Batman movie. Like, it gets that character better than every single one of them, and actually hits almost all the beats with a good sense of humor, but it's like humor written by somebody who gets it.
Yeah.
And I continually will defend that movie to the death. If you're a Batman fan and you haven't watched Lego Batman, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
Go watch it.
10?
Yeah, you gave it a 10.
Oh,
You rated it
wow.
higher than me. And did you hear about how deep I went on this analysis
You
of Dark
did.
Knight?
That was good.
Anyway, so let's talk about the popcorn of it all. The Joker continually changing the story on how he got his scars to every person he's talking to. God, that's so fun. All right, I want to get into the fun of it. God, that's fun. Cars pancaking other cars and then turning into bikes. It did Transformers better than Transformers. Come on.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it
Anyways,
did. Yeah. We didn't even do
um,
Megan Fox. We got Maggie Gyllenhaal. The second most attractive Gyllenhaal in the family.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
Yeah,
You seen his jawline?
yeah. We do love Jake
Yeah, we do.
on this podcast.
I think that it has such a solid heist open.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of The Dark Knight, I do think of the Joker and his mask, but I do think of that scene with the school bus and this. If you're first to it, was that a good hook?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was a
He
really
told me
good-
the same thing. You know, it's like, and then you don't know who he is until he pulls off his mask.
Right.
Yeah.
Essentially. So.
Yeah.
It is probably. I'm not gonna say it is because that's just too grandiose of a statement.
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
one of my favorite openings to a film, bar none.
Oh, yeah.
It just kills it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's-
And
Yeah.
it hits strong.
Right.
And the fact that like the Joker throughout the entire movie up until the boat scene where like nothing quite happens
Yeah.
has 4 steps ahead, has thought everything through and through. I mean, it goes off without a hitch. That first heist, the second thing, whenever he pulls his trench coat, he's got grenades after he meets with all the mobsters and the villains.
There's not a scene.
You can't not root for the Joker in some of this crap
Yeah.
because you're like, oh wow, he really has thought of everything, and he's painted as this absolute psychic genius man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how he's getting away with it, but damn it,
For the
he's
first
doing it.
2/3 of this movie, every single scene with the Joker in it is one of those ones where I remember thinking after watching this film in theaters, like the 5 or 6 times I did, that like I would go home and I would want to watch it on YouTube if there's clips out or something like that, and because sometimes I'll clip whole scenes,
Mhm.
and I would just throw this clip on the scene and I'm just like fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like every single like again the bank one, the opening scene, the interrogation scene, the whole scene where he's talking, and I know the squealers.
Yeah.
And then he puts his hand on the camera and gets out, and all of it. Like, it's just so damn magnetic and interesting and fun to watch with it.
When he wrecks the champagne party or the Bruce Wayne party,
Yeah.
whatever it was for Harvey Dent.
Him in the truck the entire time, and it's not even like, and talk about ones where I think that the dialogue, when Joker's speaking, it's like,
All eyes are on him.
yes.
Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting to see how he carries the action on this one, because I'm very conscious of how magnetic it is when he's talking. But then seeing like just him in the truck launching, like upgrading the weapons every
He
single time,
upgraded.
it
He
was.
started with like a little like Uzi kind of thing.
It felt like when you were in like Grand Theft Auto 3 and putting in cheat codes to like flip
Yeah.
through the guns,
Yeah.
and it goes up in like caliber order.
And
Like
the guy
he's-
just hands him the RPG and he's like, oh sweet, okay.
Yeah. Also, seeing a semi flip like that is still just one of the most gnarly cinema shots. Like,
Gotham, like, anything can happen in Gotham.
Anything can happen in
That's
Gotham.
been a
Right.
thing
That's part of the
forever.
fun of
I
Gotham.
was
Yeah.
just thinking, like, how does the city still have people?
Oh,
Like,
it doesn't.
Like, they all need
They
to
could
leave.
never financially recover from any of this crap, especially
Yes.
if you watch the next movie.
Ooh,
We
especially
won't
with
spoil it.
Rises.
Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne just pays for the repairs.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you got enough money, except for that little rat that almost gave his identity away. at the beginning
Yeah,
of the movie,
yeah. You guys think I should go to the hospital? See, maybe the most interesting scene with Batman is
That
But
was
that
Bruce
was
Lee
awesome.
Yeah.
Crashes Lambo. He's like,
Right.
man, my neck kind of hurts.
Yeah. I will say the Bruce scenes, less than the Batman scenes, are pretty good in this one. Like I think like the two standouts, that scene, the one where he saves, what's his face,
Yeah, the rando
Yeah,
bank guy.
the accountant guy from the company, and then also. The scene where he's talking with Harvey, and he's like, "Oh, we can put two tables together. I own the place," and he's sitting there and doing it. Like, I like a nice smarmy bat, like a
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
He did rich billionaire asshole.
Yeah, you know what?
But not too much of an asshole.
Not
you
too
know,
much.
it's like,
Just enough.
yeah.
In one, he's a lot more assholey. In this one, it's like very constrained asshole, right? But you know, very tight.
He's developed.
It's puckered, if you will. You know.
Well, I love how he's also like, what I thought was really fascinating about this movie. I never realized it before, but his like almost undying love for Rachel was not only like pointed out 8 million times, but like you felt it too. And like not only that, but the awkward level of what was his name? Harvey Dent, right? He
Yeah.
was the one that was dating Rachel.
Mhm.
Even he knew, like all of the time, there was something happening here. So with the Batman Begins, were they dating at that point, or had they broken up?
No, they. So they're friends. I
This
mean,
is the only question I'm going to ask about Batman Begins in this.
and Batman Begins.
I
I
don't
was
want us to get
wondering
out of-
the
Yeah.
same thing
Yeah.
because I have not seen
In
that
Batman
one.
Begins, they're childhood friends throughout, and then they're as adults. You know, they rejoin because like he goes off to go learn how to be Batman.
To be Batman, yeah.
Comes back, and then he starts getting involved with things and meets up with Rachel, who's working her way up as a defendant attorney or whatever.
Mhm.
And then they're kind of connecting on that one, and it kind of leaves off on the end like, yeah, it looks like we're gonna probably be something. And then by Dark Knight, she's dating Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they
And-
never quite happened. There was
Right.
always this chemistry. But
It's
not-
always
yeah.
I'm gonna
Too little, too late.
if I have to choose to be one of you, one of these things, I have
Yeah.
to be Bruce Wayne with you or Batman. I'm gonna be Batman, and she
Yeah.
knows that, which is hence the crutch of this movie. Why it feels like it kind of, and it is. It feels like it's half developed. Like if you didn't watch the first one, it's kind of like, oh, and she, she kind of feels a way about Batman because it kind of cost her her love interest and best
Outside
friend.
of that, I don't think you need the first. I still, after watching it this way, you really don't need Batman Begins. I mean,
Not for plot,
No,
narrative.
I
You can
mean,
hop
it's-
right into 2 and like plot one, you're fine. With
Okay,
it.
yeah. 'cause,
Yeah.
I mean, having not seen the first one, I was like, yeah.
You follow
I
everything
Don't really.
fine enough.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only thing I had a question about was
Was
the
her.
Rachel
Was Rachel.
You
situation.
don't really even need to have watched that. You just know that she is the one Batman likes.
Had
I
a
mean,
history.
I
That's
all you
get
need to
that.
We
I
need-
just
we
wanted
need
to
somebody
know
for
if
Batman to pine
I
over.
should be rooting for her in Batman because I was rooting for her and Harvey.
Ooh.
Well,
So.
Yikes.
Ugh.
Oopsie.
all right. Well,
Wrong power couple.
my next
No, she's great.
question.
'Cause, I mean, Harvey
Yeah,
is put
yeah.
forward as like this great guy.
Oh, he
I
was
know.
awesome.
I really liked him.
Yeah.
I was so sad.
He's so charming.
Speaking on that, what were your feelings to the last fifth of the movie
Yeah.
after Batman essentially did choose Harvey to go rescue?
Yeah.
When I
Because
first saw
to
that
me-
movie, that was like my favorite part.
Really?
Yeah.
How
Because it
about
was
that?
so. I love unexpected things in movies.
That's
also
exactly what it was.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Unexpected, but not like it wouldn't have happened.
No.
Like
Yeah.
it makes
No.
the decision makes sense, but it was unexpected.
This-
Therefore, I like it.
This is aligned with his decision making consistently. Like he has always said that Batman and the greater good is always where he'd go, and it's a selfish love for him to pursue Rachel. So even in this decision,
Well,
like yeah,
I mean, that makes sense
To
too,
be
but I was
Right.
talking
fair.
about the Two-Face side because to me that is such a very like fan oriented.
mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's throw one more piece of Batman lore in here.
Mm.
it feels
Kind of like
extra.
Spider-Man 3, how they had like 3 villains.
Yeah,
technically.
I agree.
You know, like why
Right.
don't we throw Poison Ivy in there just for a smidge?
For
Let's-
Poison Ivy,
Easter
Bane,
eggs.
and this one in there.
Yeah.
And Nathan's like, oh, now you're speaking good Batman movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, he's like,
Next thing you know,
Batman
Arnold
Begins has, like,
Schwarzenegger's
four.
for freeze, and I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Switch that one out for Grass too.
Yeah, honestly.
But for the first time watcher,
Okay.
Harvey
Yeah.
Dent
It-
becoming this super villain.
He's a villain
Yeah.
on the end. Yeah.
It did seem like just too quick of a
Yeah.
switch
Oh
to
yeah,
me
that was.
because
That's what I thought
it
you
was
meant
like
was
he
your
was
favorite
No,
part.
such a
I thought you
good
meant
guy, and then like yeah, he went through something horrible, but when the Joker is right there in front of you and you literally have a gun to his head, like if you're gonna do something bad, just do murder.
And
Yeah.
and it does speak to like how much pull does the Joker have on these freaking people? Like, is he that charismatic? Where, like you said, there was a gun to his head, and he's still convinced Harvey Dent
Yeah.
that him
Yeah.
putting the bomb next to his one true love
Wasn't me.
his fault.
It was the bomb, right?
It was Batman
I
for
mean-
some
I
reason.
don't think the Joker didn't convince him not to shoot him. I think he just convinced him to embrace chaos and only.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
exactly what it was, because he became chaos
Yeah.
with this. you
I
know?
will say though, I don't super duper buy how super chaos he gets bought into on this one. Like,
oh, dude, it was
I mean, I agree.
overnight.
I feel like
Yeah.
that switch was
It was
odd.
too
yeah, like I
much.
get where Joker's talking with him in that whole scene where it's like where Joker will let him live because he's again talking about characters being painfully consistent. You know, much to what Joker's been saying this whole movie. You guys are the same person. I just keep doing the same thing and flipping it on your head. But with Dent, he's like, all right, he comes from this like justice is like Lady Justice is blind, so I always got to flip a coin. That's my whole character thing. And he's like, all right, well, the coin said for you to live.
No
so.
country for old men kind of style.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, I
flipping
mean, you
the
say the
coin.
flip a
Right.
coin thing, but I mean, he's been lying about the coin the whole time.
The whole
yeah,
time.
Which is
Yeah.
also great. Like,
Yeah.
two-headed coin,
Yeah.
making your own fate.
Where I don't love the movie is with Harvey's two-faced side, and it's just him spawning in and out and getting revenge kills on people. Also, he's way too burned up to be moving around that much and taking car flips on that one, but that's neither here nor there. Is that like I get his motivation for revenge, but I don't buy that he goes that deep down the rabbit hole that quickly.
Yeah.
It feels like that could have been a great cue in for the third movie
Mhm.
where they flesh that out in better detail and maybe have like another bigger villain if they want to do it there. But yeah, I don't know. I always think that the Harvey scene, by the time where he's like getting tackled off of a ledge, that it suddenly feels like it just comes out of nowhere and kills him. I always kind of feel like, man, talk about kind of like a weak ending on that one. Like,
And I thought it was so corny whenever he starts running, and then is it Gordon?
yeah,
Gordon, his son is standing there like, "Where's Batman going, Dad?" He's like, "We have to chase him."
uh-huh.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh my
it is.
God.
Yeah, he goes into this whole
Wit.
monologue where
Yes.
the man is like looking out into the camera.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, it does feel
looking
like
up at the
that.
stars.
No, but I like
essentially.
that though.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
I don't hate that, but I agree that it's like, Dad, where's he going? And he does it for everybody. And he does it for Gotham. And he does it. It's just like, Dad, I'm literally.
He's 8 years old,
Yeah.
dude. Like, explain it a little.
I'm 8 and I just went through a traumatic
Yeah.
thing. Can you comfort me?
It's like, Dad, I
And the
almost
city.
died.
Yeah, and the city, son. Like, just him,
Why is he
like
running,
1,000
man?
yards staring into the third movie already is already kind of like a little jarring. But that being said, Gary Oldman fucking crushes as
Oh,
Commissioner
yeah.
Gordon. I love.
Oh my
watching
gosh,
him.
that was Gary Oldman.
It
Yeah,
is.
it
He
was.
disappears
For
in all
some
of his
reason, I
roles.
never recognized Gary Oldman in anything he's in, and every time I'm
Well,
like,
that's-
oh, that was Gary Oldman.
That's how you know it's Gary Oldman. Is that
I
you didn't
guess.
recognize Gary Oldman. That is like the trademark
Good
thing
for
about him.
him.
It's the opposite of Jim Cummings. where you
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I hate to have jumped over this at the very beginning, but you
Right.
also had Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
Scarecrow.
Be
Yeah.
the
We
Scarecrow.
jumped over it too.
Yeah, they.
Yeah,
from-
he was tossed in and tossed out so
You
quick.
were talking about an Easter egg that I was very confused about because at Batman Begins, that's one of the big villains.
He's the main.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's
he's
the guy who
okay.
releases like basically
fear
a
gas and
poison
such, yeah.
like through his wrist or something just to like. And
Yeah.
Batman Begins. If I had to describe it in like a sentence, I'd say Batman is tripping on acid so much. It's scary.
for like
Like
yeah.
he has these visions, and it's actually kind of a spooky look whenever he gets
Yes.
gashed by the Scarecrow.
So-
But I had to look up because I thought that the Scarecrow was conquered. I thought he was killed in the first movie
Oh,
because I've
no.
seen it once, and I just thought they had taken care of him.
See, killed is a bold mistake in that we don't do that.
You
Not in
kill
Marvel.
villains in Batman.
Well,
Not
you gotta
Batman.
have something
Batman's
to fight.
definitive trait.
Was Two-Face not dead?
He's dead.
He was,
Yeah,
he was
but
dead.
but they make such a big deal out of the fact that he did die, right?
Yeah.
Like because it
Yeah.
doesn't. We don't
Yeah.
do that here, you know.
But I thought it was very silly that Cillian Murphy was thrown in at the very beginning of this
Yeah,
movie
yeah, yeah.
with a group of not even lackeys. What do you call them? Like has-beens
Just,
or wannabes.
Right? Yeah. Drug
henchmen,
thugs, street
sort of.
men.
I don't
that
even
just-
remember the scene. I remember seeing Cillian Murphy's face, and I was like,
Yeah.
Uh,
So he was the
and
main
yeah, 'cause
villain.
he's
And all
in-
the dogs were like the dogs are first introduced, and there's all these guys getting out of vans.
And you got
Yeah. And you
Oh,
got the fake
fake
Batman's
Batman.
blasted.
that's
Yeah.
when it was.
Bringing
okay.
guns to
And
the
he's
table.
wearing the
Yeah.
Scarecrow mask the whole time until.
Yeah.
Which
like,
if we're
the
in
5
Gotham,
second
we're just
scene
those
where he's
Batman.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm fighting crime. with
Anybody's
guns.
gonna dress up. Oh, and they said something like, "What's the difference between you and me?" He's like,
I'm not wearing a hockey mask.
bags."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucking just
Into
takes
his
off.
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, thought that was a little strange, but I'm
Yeah.
in for it. I mean, it was a very quick cameo. It did leave me very concerned because it's like, what happened to
Right.
Scarecrow?
It
at the
reminds
beginning?
you-
What did happen to Scarecrow? I don't remember.
At the
either.
end
He
of one-
evidently got caught.
He just gets caught, and then he goes into
Then he
jail.
gets released.
Well, you know, you gotta be
Evidently,
parole.
in this one.
Okay.
Or sneaks out. Yeah.
And Batman didn't even have like a oh, you again kind of moment with Scarecrow.
No, yeah. He brushes over.
It's actually
He
the
ignores
fifth
him. He's
time
like,
he's
this
done
one.
that.
Guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he
this
just
happens
keeps throwing
every
it back
day.
in jail.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair to Batman, this character is kind of just like what's his face from Breaking Bad, Walter. Like in the first movie, the biggest thing is that he kind of like he drugs him, and he's a psychiatrist that makes this drug that is a fear toxin that like gets spread throughout the city
Okay.
from like the main villain.
That was going to be like
Again,
the
I
big
say,
climax.
why does anyone still live in this city?
Because rent control
When you try
apartments.
and-
Yeah.
I get.
Yeah.
Oh, you should watch The Penguin.
Oh yeah, that's
The
fair.
Penguin, they
yeah.
absolutely destroy that city.
That city gets flooded by all the acts of the first one. But yeah, but then he just falls on the van in that sick shot where he's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a cool
I love
Batman.
it when Batman flies.
Yeah, that's a
I
cool
just gotta
cape
throw
feature.
that out there
Yeah.
as someone who's not really watched Batman before. I love it when Batman
See,
flies
he's-
like
Seeing him-
that.
It's not really flying as much as
Well,
he's
he
gliding.
glides.
But he's
He
a
glides with
good
his
glider.
Cool wings.
Yeah.
He is the Inspector
gadgets are
Gadget
Mm-hmm.
of the superhero
And
universe.
I freaking
Yeah.
loved Inspector
Super
Gadget
good
as
stuff.
a kid. Like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
like the live action movie?
Not really. I liked the cartoon.
Yeah. But yeah, him gliding around in Hong Kong and like taking what's his face?
Yes.
Taking Alfred
Yeah, and the
to
whole,
the
Russian,
hotel.
the Russian ballet on the yacht, and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he does the dive in. And he's like, all right, well, time to go fly out. That also underrated scene probably. Like that one gets lost in all of, like the action and bits of it. But I remember like once they're there, I'm like, oh dude, this is a sick scene when they get pulled up and he's
Oh yeah.
flying up there with them.
Oh, they were like, oh yeah, in Vietnam they were talking, or World War II or something.
Yeah,
What
how do
was
we
it
get people out
called?
really quick?
Yeah, they were
Oh,
like a
yeah.
parachute that got
Skyhook
sent
thing.
straight.
Yeah,
up.
Skyhook.
Skyhook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would do that. I feel like that's a thing you would try at least once.
Like
if
that's
you
like a Laura Croft kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I wanted to call it a Fulton.
A Fulton. Oh, Fulton extraction is coming from Metal Gear Solid.
That's basically the same.
Yeah, it is.
thing.
You
Oh, it
you
is.
you
Yeah.
balloon them up and get them out. Yeah.
I also really liked that he took the whole ballet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that
So that they also
when they
couldn't
went
go
on
watch
their date
it.
to the ballet,
Yeah.
like I just
Another
like how
rich asshole thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like how petty Batman is.
Hell yeah. Well, like how petty Bruce is, right? Because we
Yeah.
always have to separate it.
Right,
Like that's
right.
it's two characters actually speaking there, but yeah, the pettiness and
Well,
his,
he's really petty.
yeah, yeah.
Which is great.
How he hides all his bruises on that yacht is a little like more questions than answers movie, but you know I let the movie have it. I'm not gonna.
I'm really happy they redesigned his suit. He looks so stupid in the beginning.
Yeah, something about his face you can tell there's like the action actors underneath it because it's like not his chin at all on the
It's
part
just
where he's
his
on the.
neck so thick.
Ah!
you can't
Oh,
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's like that. I
He-
mean,
he
he is
definitely-
he looks like an absolute unit.
Unit.
Like head
Yes.
to chest, he just looks like a very solid.
He's a head on a
built
tank, is
man.
what
Yeah.
he is.
So and then
Right.
you get Robert Pattinson, which is more like Christian Bale, but like slenderer and
Yeah.
taller. So I don't know. I mean, you talk
I
about
forgot that Ben Affleck was also Batman.
Yeah.
Wait,
he's
okay.
a good one.
Okay.
Wait,
Is he
okay,
George
hold
Clooney?
on.
Yeah, I'll
Like-
clarify for
Yeah,
you.
please,
What do you-
explain Batman.
Okay, so we're talking about different properties Batmans, right?
Right, so we've got
So with
this
the Nolan verse,
trilogy
we have a trilogy
with
that's strictly
Christian Bale
just Bale.
the whole time.
And then
okay.
anything in the DCEU
Mm,
is,
okay,
you know,
there we are.
the one that never actually got a Batman movie.
What is
Um,
DCEU?
It's the
Expanded
extended
Why is it
universe on that
expanded?
one. It's because
We
they-
don't ask these questions.
It's because Marvel
Marvel.
has the same.
because
term.
Marvel had
Yes.
MCU and they didn't want to do
They
the
didn't
exact
want
same
to do
thing.
DCU?
No, they didn't.
It's just like
Did
it's
anybody
just like
else
Spider
laugh that
Man.
they called MCU in the movie, even though it's like
Yeah, it is fun
yeah,
that they
that
not
was
the
funny.
major crimes unit, but then it's that's Marvel. But yeah. So anyway, so during all of those movies, that's Christian Bale,
Okay.
and now that they flushed all that down the toilet, he's not Batman. You know.
I literally only watched Wonder Woman, so
Yeah.
that's my knowledge of the DCEU.
That's a good pick. Wonder
I was
Woman's
just
not
like,
bad.
Wonder Woman's
Wait,
the
so
only
which
thing I
one
care
is
about.
Or which one is Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck is the
In the
DCEU flushed down the toilet.
Okay,
Batman.
I think
Flushed down the toilet.
Yeah.
I thought you said Christian Bale for that.
No,
No.
Christian Bale.
He was in
Nolan.
Superman versus Batman, though, right?
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, I did see the Superman.
Oh, technically there is
movie.
Superman versus
Then
Batman.
what's
Oh,
Robert
I
Pattinson?
saw
He is
that.
now the
The
Reeves
Batman.
universe, the
But-
Batman.
Another
Wait.
trilogy, maybe.
But
if they ever do more.
yeah,
Sequel, I think it's gonna be.
But
sequel.
this is not related to the DCEU.
no,
The Robert
no
Pattinson
relation.
one
It's
is
No,
not
I'll say
related.
no 3 of these universes are remotely attached to one another.
Okay.
Here's the question: does every one of them start with his backstory,
Hold
or
on.
did at
Yes,
least one
no,
of them-
yes.
Are they going to make a Batman movie that
Yeah.
has all 3 Batman like
Oh,
they did with the
they might.
Spider
They
Man?
They might.
I never rule it
Batman
out, but it's
multiverse.
it's
Well, the
pretty
Spider-Man
unlikely.
Had the meme, so they
Yeah.
had to.
Yeah, there's
True.
not a Batman meme with all 3 pointing at each other.
Yeah.
But we
I
can.
mean, there are
I'm
a lot of
glad
different
they
Batman.
made
There
a
are.
Spider-Man movie based on a meme.
Well,
And-
Who-
and to
they
be
could
fair-
still have George Clooney. And all
No.
those.
Oh yeah, they could have George Clooney.
Asterisk, they already did kind of do that in the DCU. They brought back Keaton's Batman from Tim Burton, 91, into the last Flash
As-
movie
As Batman.
as Batman.
You would have to
Oh,
because
wow.
Marvel at least has like portals and Doctor Strange.
They have
and
universes
You would
to
have
explain.
to get that superhero engaged into the Batman universe in order to do that because otherwise you
Yeah.
can't. I mean, you don't have that.
The reason they could do it in Flash is because Flash hops between time.
Yeah.
It creates the multiverse effect, right?
Didn't they have 2 different actors that played the Flash too?
No.
Yeah.
Same.
No, I'm
And
thinking of the
Ezra Miller.
TV show.
You're thinking
Quicksilver
of
from
yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah. Okay,
Also,
but
they
And
What?
that's
That's
true.
different.
There's 2 different
Wait.
actors that have
Quicksilver-
played
in
Quicksilver in
WandaVision, They
MCU.
pulled Quicksilver from
Yeah.
the other.
Wait.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk
later.
about that
Okay,
later. We'll talk
okay,
about that
we'll
later.
talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it later. We'll talk
Okay,
about it
listen, I can all
X-Men though, right?
Quicksilver.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Fox's X-Men versus the
But
MCU's
Quicksilver is in both the DCEU.
We'll talk
and
about that
MCU.
later.
Quicksilver is not in the DCU.
Talk
He's in
about
something
that
with DC though.
later.
That's Marvel. You're thinking the Flash.
We're talking
Flash
about
is
Marvel
is DC.
for Batman at the moment.
From WandaVision, who'd they pull from what other movie?
That was.
I'll fill that in a
Well,
second, but
okay.
that's
Yeah,
X-Men
back
and
to
Fox.
Oh, the
Batman.
Flash played Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got that all sorted out, and I get it if you don't. If you listen, if you
This
haven't,
is why I hate superhero movies.
Yeah.
And this is why The Dark
No.
Knight does a fantastic job.
you just hop
at
in. You don't have to
staying
watch 50 movies. He
inside
doesn't want to
Staying
see
in
it.
Right.
his
of its
lane.
own
Yeah.
little
This
movie.
is old superhero movies
Yeah,
before
this
they
is-
all crisscross.
This is
Well,
pre MCU.
Actually, this is on the dot of MCU. This is 08, which is the same
It's
year
true.
that Iron Man comes out. It's
Okay,
right at the
But
start.
it's like Iron Man's like
Yeah.
one of the first MCU
Iron Man is
movies.
the-
It's like
So
the second one.
not
It's
including
before they
Incredible
all
Hulk
start
for splitting
getting
hairs,
each
which
other's-
starts in 05.
Here we are again talking about Marvel. When we're talking about the Dark.
Sorry,
the Dark
God,
Knight.
we're man. You know what? The more things change, the more stays the same. This has always been the discussion. But anyways, to wrap out our thoughts on Batman, before we start getting into other segments, because guys, we gotta finish this movie review. We gotta play a board game.
Yep.
Hold on,
Is this
Annabeth,
podcast
you gotta wink at
favorite?
the camera, because she's not gonna do it. She's not gonna play a board
Sure.
game. Anyways,
I'm bad at winking.
yeah, Maggie Gyllenhaal, who was originally, Katie, who was played by Maggie Gyllenhaal, right?
Katie?
What?
No,
Rachel.
sorry,
Rachel?
Sorry, played by Katie Holmes in the first one. That's
Yes.
what Brandon was going.
Oh.
with. Yeah. In Batman Begins, it's Katie Holmes,
Mhm.
and way more attractive.
And she's good.
She's good.
She's good. At,
It feels like a different character by the time we get to Maggie Gyllenhaal.
It's a different person.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes,
Makes
but no, it
sense.
feels like a much more upbeat, charismatic on this one, where Katie Holmes plays a very a
I
much more
bet
subtle
Nolan was
performance.
pissed about that.
Yeah, he was. He
Doesn't take well to that kind of stuff.
Nah,
What,
yeah,
Recasting?
yeah. He
Okay.
doesn't
for,
usually
for
do
like
it.
what kind of reasons, you know?
I mean,
it's
does
like,
anyone take well to that kind of stuff? I
No,
hate when they
but
recast a
It's
role.
not ideal.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's like, "All right, I'm gonna blow you up, Maggie," and she's like, "Why?" And she's like, "Cause I'm mad at
because I
Katie."
told you not to do this exact thing in your
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah, and I couldn't get Jake, who's who I really wanted in this role.
Imagine he reprises his role from Brokeback Mountain
Honestly,
from like 02
I watch it.
or 05.
I put it on the wheel for price.
Bruce Wayne is into whatever the hell his name was.
If you
from
told me,
Brokeback
if
Mountain.
you told me that Jake Gyllenhaal plays Rachel, and they don't address the fact that it's Jake Gyllenhaal, a man at all.
Well, with
like-
Well,
Heath
but then he
Ledger.
goes after
With
the
Heath
Joker.
Ledger?
Yeah.
I mean, we address
Yeah.
all the homoeroticism that goes on.
I'm
in
telling
here.
you.
I'm so here for it, but that movie doesn't get made in 2025 because
No.
DEI's gone. So, anyways, we're not gonna see that movie for another 5 years. Am I right? Maybe 8.
Hey.
Maybe never. I hate it here. Anyways, let's talk about Fat and Perfectly Fit if we're fine with moving on. Unless we got any
I
final
think
thoughts.
so. We've touched on a lot.
Before I have
of
to explain
Let's
the
talk about more Marvel.
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's talk
before I have to
about
explain the
Marvel
MCU and the relation with the Fox Studios and their organizations with that.
No.
Annabeth,
What?
take it from the top. Fat and Perfectly Fit.
You know,
Christian Bale fit?
I'm pretty sure it's fit. I say that about every movie though. Like, it was a long
Sure.
movie, but
She does seem better.
I know every movie's kind of fit. Well, not every movie, but.
Yeah. It's not guy with
Yeah,
a.
like third star is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh gosh!
Third star?
Someone please, just let me
Imagine
re-edit
watching
it.
that movie.
I
You
know,
what I'm
right?
saying?
Imagine watching that
Holy
movie.
hell, how bad would that be?
In 2021 or whatever year that
Oh,
was.
God.
Yeah. Imagine watching Benedict Cumberbatch just die
It
of
was
cancer.
definitely before 21.
He
It was probably
Didn't die of cancer. He
pre-pandemic.
drowned.
You're right. That's why we can't imagine it. Because they let him
They
drown.
dunked him.
They dunked him. Jill.
He was bobbing for apples.
Say it. Go, Jill.
Jill.
This
Fenton.
movie's fit. They cram a lot into it, but it's still fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good metabolism.
That's a
Yeah.
good
That's a Christian Bale metabolism right there.
hmm
Nathan.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's got a lot of good stuff in it. Not to get rid of.
Yeah. It's a little chubby.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the
did not
job?
expect that.
I wonder if we agree.
Two-Face.
Mm.
Yeah.
Up
The
top.
whole of Two-Face?
Act 3 gets.
Or
It's
just
not Act
Two,
3.
Two-Face?
It's technically.
It's act like 5. Like
Yeah.
it's not even a whole
That's
act
fair.
3. It's
Not
like it's
fair.
just
Yeah.
that edge at the very end.
Yeah, right around boat o'clock, whenever we're cutting to all the boat people having the moral conundrum, which in theory is like a cool, scene. And execution, as I'm watching it, like the best part is, give me that detonator. I'll do what you should have did 5 minutes ago. He exit out. That scene's cool, but
That's
it's
good.
not worth the payoff of dancing around and worrying about the people. I'm here for my fucking Batman doing Batman shit, and he's been kind of not been Batmaning too well this whole movie for me. And then he gets the television on. So yeah, I cut that part way down. And I don't even know if I have the Two-Face part with it. It gets, it just isn't done right. So if it's not going to be done right, I'm just going to cut it. And then you have, 99% amazing movie with some kind of uncertain endings. But I prefer that than what we got.
This movie has. I hate throwing this term around. It's a little bit too much fan service. The Cillian Murphy thing, I get that's. Luckily, they don't embellish that a lot. They don't.
They
flesh
do it in the
out a
next
lot.
movie, too.
I was actually wondering. I was gonna watch Dark Knight Rises just to see,
He-
but
yeah, I'll tell you later.
but at least that was just that was me doing the Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wait
no.
a minute, and
Yeah.
I had to look it up, which is fine. But then you had Two-Face, like we were talking about earlier. That is my only qualm with this whole movie. I love the boat thing. I think that that's a cool back and forth between the Joker and Batman, and then there's a good not payoff.
Yeah.
Like the Joker was expecting, then he went crazy again. But the Two-Face thing was fan service in my head. That was them saying, what would be really neat if we could squeeze one more cool villain in here. Which, granted, didn't have a lot of villains. It was the Joker.
It was a Joker.
And think about how good he was.
Yeah.
Could you have replaced Two-Face's actual, very, very short-lived, if we're being honest, with a little bit more Joker and Batman dialogue? Maybe.
Way more.
Or you could have taken the 2 hour and 42 minute, taken it down to 220 minute, and not had Harvey Dent completely turn himself into a supervillain. And I think that was my main qualm with this movie.
Mhm.
Fortunately, it was the last 20 minutes of this movie.
Yeah.
Very fortunately. Or, boy, it could have really tanked it for me.
Yeah.
I think it's fat, and I think trim that up, lickety split.
I
Let Harvey Dent get saved and not become Two-Face.
Right?
Of course, that would have been tough on the
Well, no, because then
comic.
he needs
I know.
to have the whole
He needs
Dark
to.
Knight thing.
he does.
I'm fine
But
with
would
him
you
having
rather
a
him just,
traumatic outro, but it doesn't need to push the revenge tour scenes and all of that.
Would you rather him just having just stayed in the hospital and then wake up in the third movie?
Yeah.
To be the villain in that
Yeah,
movie.
that
Yeah.
could have worked.
Until you
third
know
movie
about
gets
the
a lot-
third movie.
Yeah, until
and
you
then
know where the direction
know
they
who
took
the
it.
actual villain is in the third
See,
movie.
but
And
I
I
don't-
would not want to take away
I
from
don't think
that.
I think you can cold open a good 20-minute intro to see because here's what they do is they
you
you
could
know they
have at
hop a
least
little.
put some time into
You
it.
could.
Or
You put some time into it, give it a little
4
time
weeks
hop
later.
to give an
you know,
implication
yeah.
because if you leave it for setup, I think it's better. Because at the end of 1, the setup is they leave the Joker's card in it, and you're like, oh shit, we're getting Joker next movie.
Exactly.
And then by the time we're leaping in, it gives us, oh, here's who the Joker is in our
Yeah.
universe,
But
right?
now we're playing the what if. I would like to do this if this happens there. So I just,
Yeah.
to me, trim out the Two-Face thing. I don't think you need it. You
Keep
have
him one
too
face.
good
Yeah.
of a villain as it is. You are
Yeah.
just
You're taking over the spotlight away.
yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
taking that major spotlight and you're shining it over here when the Joker's still doing stuff over there.
Right.
Why do it?
Yeah.
But then
Keep
again,
on it.
also, I mean, I agree, but the stuff with Two-Face was the only time Batman got to be Batman, and if it was just Joker, Joker was like taking all the screen time because he was better.
Well, that, and you got to see Batman slamming skulls against walls,
Hell yeah.
absolutely beating someone down because
Yeah.
he did have the Joker right there. But it's just, man, I would have wanted more Joker doing cool stuff like the boat thing, the
Yeah.
human experiment aspect instead of Harvey Dent like going on a tear, basically. What's it called? Having like targets on people.
Oh, yeah, just being
Performing
Hitman.
hits.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
you
down
know,
here.
and like, I don't know. Anyways, that's my thing. Let's get to scores.
Yeah, we'll score it up. Going back to Annabelle.
Okay. I mean, this movie was just really good. Obviously, I mean, everyone knows this is a really good movie.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know either.
Yes, you did.
I came in less warm about it than ever. Actually.
like this?
Yeah. This is. You like this film? The Joker film featuring Batman?
I'm just giving you shit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Just an 8.
Just an 8.
What's the
An
difference
8's
between an 8 and a
my
9?
score.
Get her, Dylan.
But your
Okay.
score is
Get her, Dylan.
close, right?
Okay. I thought about this. I do have one consistent thing in my scoring.
Okay.
I think. Hold on.
She immediately backtracks after saying
No,
oh,
We
I
should have
gotta
never
look at
given her the
my scores
code.
again.
Never given her the code.
Yeah. No. Okay. I would say the difference for me between an 8 and a 9 is my likelihood of rewatching it.
Okay.
So, like, I would rewatch this, but I don't think it's like, oh, I definitely want to watch this a million times.
Okay.
Agreed.
So, I think it's like a really good movie. But honestly, y'all also kind of talked me down with the Two-Face thing.
Wow.
I'm like,
Yeah, we do
yeah,
that,
I mean,
yeah.
you're right.
You got to think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, because I did think that kind of came out of nowhere.
Hurts the tempo of the movie too. Tell ya.
I feel like the scenes with him, like with him and Gordon's family and
Throughout in the
everything,
early?
like
Yeah.
I mean, it was like suspenseful and it was like, oh no, but at the same time, it was just like this didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sticking with an 8.
It was a really good movie. Joker was fantastic, just amazingly done. It did go down because of the Two-Face thing and how odd the transition was, and also a Batman movie with very little caring about Batman because Joker's way more interesting. But it came back up because like I really liked the Batman choosing Harvey Dent because I didn't expect it because like he always goes for the girl,
Yeah.
or most superheroes
And
always
he
go for
flat
the
out told everyone too,
yeah,
like,
he said he was
I
going
would-
for Hill.
Right.
"No,
Rachel."
I'm going for her.
And
Yeah.
he's like, shit, maybe what if, and then you think, what if that's what got her killed? They're like, oh, Batman's got it. Anyways, we're off with Dent.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a really good movie. I think I'd give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably right around the same, 8.5 on it. I mean, it's good, holds up. It's got loads of just iconic, great scenes. You know, it's kind of like Inglourious Bastards in that sense, where there's a lot of like super memorable moments. Like if we were to do like what we have done previously with like, you know, where we pick like the best this or that
Yeah.
out of a movie,
You would get a lot of it from
this
this one.
one would get a lot of attention.
Yeah, it would.
Whether it be like best villain,
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Best villain, best
Best
monologue, best
costume.
this, yeah.
You know, like you kind of get.
It wasn't cheap. You ought to know. You bought it. I love that line.
So I think I'm gonna land at a 9 for this movie,
Mm.
and I think I would even venture to go 9.5.
Ooh.
But it is, and I hate that
Bring
had
it
that
back
much
to
of an
9.
impression on me towards the very end of this movie. Because dang it deserves all of its positive qualities. You know, all of its critiques and all that stuff that it got. For how many years now? 20 years almost.
Yeah.
2008.
No,
so
2008, yeah.
16
So it's
years.
going on
17
15, 20
years.
years. So I think that the movie, its main strengths are the fact that it can get people on board that don't care anything about superheroes, or that don't care anything about, you know, action movies from this type of genre. Because it does have a very endearing Joker that, heck, I kind of agree with at times. You
Yeah.
know, like, I kind of like to see a little chaos, too.
Agree more and more.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
do I want to blow up a hospital?
I mean,
If given a chance,
there's,
all the people are evacuated?
there's definitely a reason this Joker is
Resonated.
so insanely popular.
Yeah.
Like the number of people with tattoos
Right.
and with like
Why
raps
So
on their
Serious
car.
is
Oh,
a
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
number
like-
one quote
like,
on
that's-
tons and tons of Twitter bios.
Yeah.
That
I
that
know
is
for a
something
fact.
that like to me has been a detractor of this movie over the years.
Right,
It's
the pop
kind of
culture.
cringy how
The
popular
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I will say, I did not. Okay. I thought Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker was incredible. He was amazing. He was so good. I hated the character. Like, just so we're clear, I hated the character.
Right, but a villain.
I feel like some people over here were like,
No, he
yeah.
kind of has. He kind of spitting a couple facts in there. Here.
You know what? You know, from Breaking Bad. You know, like the oh God, I can't remember the guy.
I don't know. Hannah's
Yeah,
been watching that show now.
have you not seen
I've
it?
seen like the first 4 episodes.
Anybody seen it?
I've seen it, and it's been a really long time. So
There's
I
a
don't know
guy.
if
Anyways, he reminds me of the Joker. He does it.
Oh, the lip thing.
Yeah, and I like. There's something about that. It's almost like he had to learn to do that.
No,
kind of.
so fun fact, that one is because the prosthetics that he does for the scars on that
Were
one, he
like
kept
itchy
naturally
or
doing.
something?
Well, yeah, so
Oh,
they were like in the way, so he
that's
naturally incorporated it into the character.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
really
I'm
funny.
telling you.
Yeah,
like,
that's acting.
That,
dude.
yeah, there you go.
Everything he did was just so good.
Yeah,
So
he was great.
I think that this movie fully deserves a 9. I think it would go up and up, but I start thinking about the ending, and I'm like, man, they just got, in my opinion, a little bit greedy. Like,
Yeah.
and then I think that all that was just like, you know what Batman fans would love? Another villain, just like Spider-Man 3. You know what Spider-Man 3's #1 issue was?
Too many villains.
villains.
Sandman's
And,
actually not
like
bad.
Venom was cool as hell, and it was cheesy.
Yeah.
But you throw Sandman in there, you just start throwing like I don't know, more lore,
Sandman's a
more
great
comic stuff.
a
I
great
guess.
first act one, and then you wrap with Venom. But instead
Cares
they're
about
like,
Sandman.
also, but we got Harry. He's the he's the Goblin. Now.
Yeah, let's bring back the villain that we killed.
Yeah.
Basically. Anyways,
Yeah.
greedy.
Greedy.
Greedy. You had me in the first 90%.
You had me in for the first 4 acts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Mhm.
The 5th act.
Fifth act, I'm out.
Yeah. How dare you ask for 5?
Yeah.
Most movies don't even get the full
It
3.
was 2 hours and 45 minutes. Like,
It's pretty delicious.
Yeah.
trim that
It's a
back.
Yeah. It's a meal.
Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, a Batman can't be less than 3 anymore. That's the rule. So.
That's a good point.
Boy, I don't know. Yeah, this movie's still 9. I'm not above criticizing it, but but I think it's important to criticize the pieces of things that you love if it has flaws that you feel passionate about. And again, I do. I mean, like I said, this is a fantastic movie in the Batman catalog, not necessarily for the Batman character. So there are other movies I think that stick out to me because, I feel like random questions that geeks like to ask each other just to start fights is, what's the best Batman film? And then whenever I say Lego Batman, and then they're like, sorry, what? And I'm like, you're just wrong
you hit
if you
them out
don't
of
know.
left field.
Yeah.
And then they.
Well, damn it,
if
no.
if they actually think, they go, nah,
No, you're right. You're right.
He's cooking.
And honestly,
Yeah, let him
anybody who knows is like, that man's spitting. No complaints, right? But yeah, the movie's way too good otherwise. There's so much just magnetic parts. Most of it is Joker. Batman, again, for being underwhelming, is still never bad by any stretch of the means. Like I said, he's 5th or 6th character in the roster as far as like finding interesting scenes to really fixate on him. The action is like okay enough though. I remember thinking like him on the van where that guy who's not Christian Bale, the humongous chin, man. If I go back, I just want to clip it and say, see what I mean? Like, but those scenes are all fine. The one-liners all kind of hit. Him on the bike is always sick as fuck. He's just blowing up, like buy trash can, buy things.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite ongoing joke amongst video editors with talking about where Batman doesn't kill anybody. But then they continually show scenes that would absolutely kill people when they were involved in the violence. Like,
When I think of like the Avengers, though, I think of that as like you have a caterpillar like
Yeah.
crawling through the sky, destroying skyscrapers.
Well,
But
they-
Marvel doesn't kill
they,
anybody.
they cover that.
Yeah.
though. Like that's the whole Vulture
erase it.
plot line.
Yeah. No, there's
you've
in
seen-
No Way Home, the Spider-Man film. I'm gonna put that on the wheel for Mason. He'll love that film.
Oh,
We'll talk about
yeah,
this
there you
later.
go.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
too many to count.
They
Yeah.
completely
Leaked
cover
it.
the idea of what happens to a city after
Right.
a
Yeah.
Marvel encounter.
Because
Mm.
yeah, so and it's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful film.
Yeah,
That's my
like,
favorite
it's
Spider-Man film.
really
probably.
good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Talk about movies that nailed their fucking main character and said, we're making this a
create a
Spider-Man
villain that
film.
makes
Complete sense. Yes. Anyways, but we're not talking about Spider-Man, although it makes sense. Spider-Man is objectively the Batman in some ways of the of the Marvelverse.
I don't agree with that at all.
Dead relative fights crime by slinging
Everyone
around and
has
doing.
that crap. That's
No,
like
they
that's
don't
the
all
plot. That's
die.
the
Everyone makes
formula.
his own gadgets if you're.
If you're Andrew Garfield,
Gadget making.
but
stuff
true
like that.
Spider-Man does have an actual
like,
mutation.
True Spider-Man.
Oh, that's subjective.
Because like yes, he has a mutation,
Yes.
but also he makes his own web slingers in the comics.
The abilities have always varied depending on
It
Spider
varies.
Sense being the main
I
one
guess.
and Spider Strength, not necessarily the
I
webs.
guess I'm going off of
Because
like the
you've
Tobey
also
Maguire.
You're
got,
going to-
I mean,
you're
you
too
got the
focused on
Spider-Man
toes.
where he
Yeah.
turns into a spider.
That's Man
eventually.
Spider.
Yeah.
Which.
Wait, excuse me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
listen, more
So-
of this after. Let me wrap up the thoughts on this.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So, anyways, this movie's a 9. It's not perfect. It's not the best Spider-Man.
It's not
It's
the
definitely
best
not the best
Spider-Man
Spider-Man movie in
That's
the
close.
Batman verse. It's not the best Batman movie. It is easily the best Joker movie, though. And now that there's actually enough movies of
Yeah,
that to be
there's
in
enough
contention.
for that to be.
Yeah, they can sell
Yeah, listen, they're done with them.
Oh.
Lady Gaga killed this
Oh,
last one.
I
Yeah.
think.
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
I think
They-
this
they
last
review
one
passed.
they
Lady Gaga was in
destroyed
this
it.
She was in this most recent one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was obsessed with him.
Yeah, so
That's the
they
plot.
they made her kind of Harley Quinn, kind of not
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Why?
Uh,
Why didn't they have Harley
because
Quinn?
Todd Phillips got to write a couple movies with the Joker, and because it won Oscar buzz the first time, they let him make a sequel, and the second one not good. Anyways, I'll just say that so it's the best Joker movie. Heath Ledger's great, God rest his soul, and Two-Face could kind of go. We could have a little less of that. You know what? I believed in Harvey Dent. Let's spin that wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I would have voted for him.
So
I
is it
would've.
gonna be really old or The Edge?
It's gonna be one of those.
Good spin, Dylan.
Yeah.
Good spin.
That little wineback helps, I think.
It's gonna.
Purple.
It always
Yellow.
was.
Hey!
It landed on mine.
Really old or really
That's
new?
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
don't have any-
You know what?
any
If you
answers
choose
for
the
that.
really old one you're thinking of, I'm not watching
I
it again.
I know. So
That's good. I didn't land my wheels. I gotta redo my
Originally-
whole slices, actually.
wait. First of all, does anyone want to guess what? Not you. Jill already
Really
knows.
old.
Does anyone want to guess what that was going
It's
to
gonna be a
Like
remake.
anything.
Yeah, I'm not really
That's
sure.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not sure if you're
No
trying
one even
to.
wants to guess.
If it's like a
what
wedding-based
could it
movie
be?
where it's old, new, and the blue one, like that little ritual thing, or if
No.
you're going with like a Benjamin Button style movie.
No,
like,
I put that on there because I was like, I'll let myself
It sounds like
choose
you're between
at
two
the time.
movies
Yeah,
and you wanted to
like
pick.
either the original or the remake. So I was gonna choose Nosferatu,
Uh-huh.
but since you
I
guys
literally just
won't
watched
go to the movie
Nosferatu.
theater,
Yeah.
No, it's available.
Yeah.
oh, it's on
streaming.
streaming.
Yeah, you
Where?
You can rent it.
Yeah, you can.
You don't ask us that question.
I don't know.
You don't ask us on
Oh,
camera.
yeah.
Nice little
right.
handy cam recording.
Yeah, we can.
No, it's better than that
It's
one.
better than that.
I watched it. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
I was.
If it's on
okay.
Amazon, it's on the internet.
I was gonna choose the
No, it
new
is.
one in this case.
I heard they
but
hang
then
dong.
then I kind of thought maybe I'll split the difference and pick the one from the 70s that I
Okay.
haven't seen. So.
Did you watch the new one?
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
the
okay.
really old one and I've seen
We've
the really
one
new
from the
one.
20s. We watched it before we watched the new one.
Yeah.
I started watching that. That one's
Is it
tough.
like a spiritual sequel or is it just straight up one for
That
one?
one's a silent.
I mean, not one for
Wait,
one.
it
movie.
is.
What,
Yeah,
which
that's
one
the
are you
hardest
talking
part.
about?
Nosferatu
You talking about
20s
the
versus
new one?
Nosferatu 20s.
So there's
technically.
the one
So-
from the 20s, there's the one from the 70s, and there's the one that just came out.
So to clarify, the 20s previous and the 20s current,
oh,
Yeah.
right.
because we are in the 20s.
Yeah.
Gosh.
To be clear.
Okay.
Yeah,
The 2020s.
The, I
100-year-old
meant
movie.
the
Yes.
1920s,
Yes.
but we're not watching that one because I watched it too recently.
Okay.
That's the reason, not because it's a silent movie.
Yeah.
for an
Yeah.
hour.
You know what? I would love to make them watch a silent movie.
I
I've
for
started
already
it,
watched
but
it
I
recently. I don't
yeah.
want to
I
do
couldn't
it
get
again.
more than 10,
Just-
15 minutes. into it.
Yeah, Price doesn't have anything to say about the sound design. He just gets mad, you know, like the score, you know, and it's just like
The score
dot,
is
dot.
whatever you put on.
yeah, imagine right. You just put on Dance
The
Gavin
voices
Dance,
in
and
your
now it's
head.
the Dance Gavin
Yeah.
Dance score of it, right?
All right, so now you get to pick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
For what it's worth, if I'm gonna throw my vote in,
You want the new one because Dong.
I want the new one because I heard Dong. Yeah, I'm
I mean,
trying
the
to
new
see.
one's just really good. Also,
The new one is okay. Let's just watch the new Nosferatu.
All right. See, it wasn't that hard to
Yeah.
push. Yeah.
Okay.
All they need is a little push.
You're really good at that.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
I've done it for years.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have. At least 17 of them.
Yeah, at least. There's a couple old YouTube videos I had where me and a guy were going back and forth on it, and it's so dumb.
Oh man,
It's total
Yeah,
YouTube cringe.
we didn't talk about this at all, but yeah, it was There was
Oh my
so
God, yeah.
many YouTube
All the
skits
parodies and
stuff, like
skits.
especially the Joker interview scene. Everybody
Everybody.
wanted to do that.
Everybody wanted it.
Well,
And
they
it-
also
and it was
did their
all
own
bad.
makeup and their own like costumes. You
Yeah.
saw a lot of purple blazers. You saw a lot of like stringy
Mine was
hair.
just a purple towel, and
Yeah.
I'm shirtless.
That's tough.
It's so bad. It's
Yeah.
so
Oh, does
so
this
bad.
video still exist?
It might. I don't know how I would
Post
how
it
I
to
would.
the channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to link
upload
it.
that.
If I can find
Bonus
it,
content.
I'll, it's so cringe. I'm here for it. Like that cringe can drive. Let me be clear. This is old
Our
cringe.
subscribers will
Okay,
skyrocket.
so if
Yeah.
we get at least 3 likes on this video,
Ooh,
we'll post.
3.
Sweet, we
Nah.
can get that with just us.
That's
I
true.
know,
Wait a
that's
minute.
why I said it.
Yeah.
More than 5, we'll upload it.
Yeah, more than 5. We gotta get that
It's
6.
incentive, baby.
Yeah.
Alright, come on, Chris.
Yeah. Chris, stop watching.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't watch this.
Nah, this'll drive this thumbnail. This'll drive.
Yeah.
some-
What's the
This
thumbnail we're gonna do?
thumbnail.
That's true. If I trust Nathan to do anything, it'll be an interesting thumbnail
I mean,
for a movie. he
the
cares
title,
about.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, it
like,
should.
are you kidding me?
It should just pop up in people. All the cinema.
Oh, yeah.
It
The
never dies.
cinephiles should be watching
this
this
does not
movie.
die.
To see in 17 years, does this movie hold up? You just gotta clickbait them, you know. And then they're like, if somebody says it doesn't, and we're like, of course it does. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Just
should
make
start
the
doing that with
thumbnail
everything.
like
We
the
should.
chin of Batman. Just
I
a
mean,
big
that
Batman
is a
chin.
very-
That's the thumbnail.
That's a very popular thing to be like, but it's. I feel like it's with video games where it's just like,
Yeah.
does this 20-year-old video
Video
game hold up?
And then you watch it, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why am I watching you, video? And it's like, I got again. Anyways, so we're watching Nosferatu 2024.
Yeah.
It came out last year. Yeah.
It did. It came out on Christmas.
It came out on Christmas.
Mhm.
That's right. Yeah. So Nosferatu 2024, not to be confused with 1920.
I mean,
4.
extra points if you watch
1920.
that one because it is
2.
fun to watch them back to back.
That's true. It is fun to watch them back to back.
Which one? The 20 and the 20s?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, not the 70s.
There's no way
I
fun
still
is
haven't seen,
involved.
you know, I should have picked
It's
the
fun
70s one
because
I
like
haven't
there's
seen
cool
it.
things in the
Oh, well.
1920s one, and like we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
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 And
That's
I'll
fair.
talk about the 1920s.
We will talk about it so much. In fact, congratulations. You've got a monologue now.
Hey, there we go.
Because here I am talking about a tangentially Dracula
Now
movie.
keep it about Nosferatu, not Dracula.
I know, but it's hard. I'm glad I'm gonna rewatch
Is it hard?
because
Because I heard there's Dawn.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, there is Dawn.
There
Yeah.
is a lot.
More of that for
There's
next
not
time.
a lot. There's just a
You
very
watch
clear.
this.
No, there's not a lot of Dawn. There's a lot of sexual undertone. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Undertone?
it's-
There
I think it's
are
overtones, as I hear it.
overtones.
old faces throughout this whole movie.
All right. Annabeth, close us out. Give us the whole outro bit. You know how it works.
hit that bell
Yep.
and like and subscribe
Yep.
if you like
It's
it.
abuse.
And
Yep.
It is.
Call for help.
You know. They never do.
Don't forget to like this video so we can upload Dylan's cringy
I have to find it.
Joker
YouTube
bit.
Joker
Don't worry,
thing.
you got like 5 minutes before
Yeah.
it's posted.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got buffer time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's our show.
Bye.
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 So I actually
It's not so
watched-
easy whenever you
No,
get on the spot, is
it's
it?
not.
Yeah,
It's
see?
really not. I was
Everybody
about to
says
go,
I don't do shit on this whole thing.
I should have.
I was looking to Mace before and I was gonna be like, hey, watch